Hi there, this is Stevie G here, and today I'm going to recommend some movies which I haven't done in a long while. Been busy out at the allotment and going off on day trips and stuff like that. And so now I'm kind of getting back into doing some movie recommendations. And today's topic will be French movies, subtitled movies. And I have my top five French movies. Most of I have seen more than once, and there's one I've only just watched once recently, but we'll get to that later on. And the first one is Emilia. I believe this is on Netflix, and it's absolutely fantastic. The story with the gnome in this, amongst other stories in this movie, is really, really good. If you want a good uplifting movie, watch Media. Again, I think it's on Netflix, so but do get it. The Blu-ray is very, very good, and I think there was some kind of one of the first Blu-rays to use certain kind of technology to kind of uplift the imagery in the movie and why the movie looks the way it does. So this is my number one French movie, Emilia. Up next is another comedy. It's on a double DVD, so it's I won't even attempt to pronounce the French names, but this one is called the Triplets of Bellevue, and this one is on YouTube, and it's a comedy. It's done in the style of Wallace and Gromit, in the sense that there's no kind of spoken word as such. Everything is visual gags, and it's all about this woman, that elderly lady that raises a kid who's obsessed with the Tour de France. He gets kidnapped, and he ends up in New York, where he bumps into the triplets of Bellevue, and it's just absolutely hilarious. Again, if you want an uplifting film, get this one. Lots of just madcap stuff in it, and the dog in this film is absolutely the star of the show, and it's just absolutely brilliant. It's a double DVD. I also will recommend The Illusionist as a bonus to my top five hits. It's done by the same director, but yeah, check the Triplets of Bellevue. Absolutely hilarious movie. Up next, we're going to change tone a little bit, and we're going to go with a movie called Betty Blue. And this is the 3 hour version. This is a North Korean edition. Nice hardback case. Then you get a booklet. That's actually it's in Korean, I think. I wouldn't be able to read it. Even if it was in English, I wouldn't be able to read it anyway. It's all jumbled up. I have a optical condition that prevents me from reading stuff. Not dyslexia, a thing called Arling syndrome, but where you kind of put the colours over the page to help you read. But this booklet has nice imageries from the movie, and I won't say anything about the plot if you have not seen it. There is a 3 hour version and a 2 hour version. Watch the 3 hour version. It's just absolutely fantastic, and it's just an absolutely brilliant, brilliant, brilliant movie. And yeah, highly, highly recommend it. Um, just be aware of the opening scene. That's all I'd say. Don't have any younger people watching the opening scene. And this the more stuff in the DVDs or packaging. The inner card. And there's two versions. The disc. And the colouring, it kind of reminds me, the whole movie reminds me of a David Hockney painting. It's just very striking. And there's two other French movies which I have but I can't find, and they will be in my bonus, my honourable mentions. I've literally misplaced them somewhere. So we go on to the next French movie, and that is, and I've watched this one once. It's called The Brotherhood of the Wolf, and it's just fantastic. It's really, really kind of fantastic, kick-ass movie, and it kind of, there's a number of different tones and moods to this, so I have to re-watch it. I was quite blown away by the first watch, so I'll get in the mood and do another re-watch of it, and I have it on DVD. You can get it on HD, but don't think it's in. You have to be careful of which region you get the Blu-ray. So, but the DVD is very, very good, and the upscaling of the DVD on my Panasonic player is absolutely fantastic as well. Then my fifth French movie, my top five, is the Luc Besson one, and it's this one, The Fifth Element, with Bruce Willis, Gary Oldman, and Ian Holm, and directed by Luc Besson. And it's just absolutely fantastic. This is the 4K, so the others were DVDs and Blu-rays, and this is the first 4K of the collection. And just absolutely love this movie. It is the whole thing with Luc Besson is it's a chase. He does a chase, and it's nearly in all his movies. Everything from um, Transporter to Valerian and City of a Thousand Planets. Absolutely love that movie as well. I was kind of, will I include City of a Thousand Planets or The Fifth Element for this? So I'll include Fifth Element, but I'll do a Luc Besson collection later on at some other stage. And yeah, this is my fifth and final French movie, my top five French movies, The Fifth Element. So we go back to the start. We have Media. We have The Illusion, or not The Illusionist, Triplets of Belleville, Betty Blue, Brotherhood of the Wolf, and finally, The Fifth Element. So if you're new to foreign films, you want to check out what other countries are making, start with this top five. Fifth Element, Brotherhood of Wolf, Betty Blue, Triplets of Belleville on YouTube. Go watch, you will be highly entertained. And then Media, and that's on Netflix. So okay, thank you for watching. And oh yeah, before I forget, the other two movies that I can't find, do have them in my collection. One is called The Colors, The Umbrellas of Strasbourg, or something like that, and it's a musical, and the color scene, kind of like Betty Blue. The color scene in that movie is just absolutely fantastic. And there's a movie as well, another French movie. I forget the full title of it. I know the Roxanne movie with Steve Martin is based on this one. I think it's Caio de Branca or something. I'm absolutely butchering the name of it, but it's the original French version of Roxanne with Stephen Martin, and that's a highly recommended film as well. So the Umbrellas of Cherbourg, yeah, the Umbrellas of Cherbourg, and whatever the original title of Roxanne was. But yeah, and you'll have a very, very good time watching those movies. So thank you for watching. If you stuck to the end, thank you for watching, and also thank you for watching my other videos that I have put up the last few days. And there have been no allotment this week. The people who run the allotments gotten to, they're off on holidays in France, may I add, so hence why I thought of doing French movies. So we'll be back at the allotment next week, and we'll get on with stuff here in Glastonbury. So thank you for watching.